She's a native of Mississippi, and her parents, like many African Americans, relocated during the World War II era from the South, in this case, to the West.
Her dad was looking for work. They moved to Ogden because he had one contact there. He worked as a janitor for most of his career.
When my brothers and I were not doing as our parents thought we should do, my mother would say, "We moved 3,000 miles so you children could have a better life." And that meant, you know, you knew what that meant, that you needed to straighten up and do what you're supposed to do. But they had high expectations and great faith that we would be able to achieve things.
Her parents emphasized the importance of acquiring a good education.
One of the people who was most significant in my life was Wayne Brewster, and he really helped me to understand that I could do well. And one time he said he wanted to meet with my mother to encourage my parents to think about sending us to college, and my mother said that was their goal. So they already knew we were, you know, smart children.
And they encouraged Afesa to continue her education, and she came to the university.
I got a job at the library on campus, and I think that helped me to be successful at the university because it did give me a sense of place and belonging. First image I had of Gus, I thought, oh my goodness, this is such an attractive man. We later developed a relationship and were married. I immediately became pregnant and I stopped school. I got a job at the Carnegie Free Public Library, worked there for 2.5 years, and became really motivated to go back and finish my degree so I could go to graduate school.
She managed to finish her work at Weber State and came to the university in the late 60s or early 70s to do graduate work.
The world wasn't just and fair, but it could be better, and I wanted to help make it better.
She was in her 30s, she had 3 children, she was then a single parent, and I was amazed to find someone at her age and in her situation trying to pursue a PhD in psychology.
If you know Afesa, it's not easy, but it's not surprising.
I learned that I could work hard, I could do the work, and I could persevere. There weren't very many African American people graduating with degrees in psychology at that point, and so I had a number of interviews. She
renewed a friendship with a former classmate, Alan Nathaniel, and he accompanied her and her children to Florida, Gainesville, where she took her first faculty appointment at the University of Florida.
One of the departments that I administered was called Family and Consumer Studies. We were looking for a chair.
She returned to the University of Utah as chair of the Department of Family and Consumer Studies.
And Afesa did an incredible job of putting that department on a firm basis.
Many of the programs that pertain to diversity on this campus were initiated by Dr. Afesa Adams during her tenure as the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs.
We developed a minority recruitment program.
And she worked hard all over campus, helping the process of recruiting students and minority people.
The Days of Remembrance commemorating the Holocaust was her initiative. The supplemental instruction program geared to help undergraduate students who are having difficulty in largely subscribed courses was her initiative.
One of the programs was the Martin Luther King Day celebration. Afesa established that program a year before the Martin Luther King celebration was a legal holiday.
And she also helped to reinvigorate the Center for Ethnic Student Affairs, the Ethnic Studies program, and the Women's Studies program.
I don't think that all universities where people, the faculty and the students and all, can feel as empowered as you can at the University of Utah. My kids made lots of sacrifices while I was in school, so I have tried to involve them in the life I've had since then.
Those grandchildren mean the world to her, and her life is a model and an inspiration to them to go forward and to be the best that they can be. She retired a few years ago, if you can call it retirement.
The Florida Institute of Education is a center to encourage the engagement of higher education. We try to work with public schools to enhance the quality of what they do.
I think Afesa's future will be like her past. It will be loaded with energy, enthusiasm, innumerable projects of one kind or another, and they will all involve the community. She will always be giving back in whatever way that she can.
It's my great honor to receive this award, and I cannot thank the Alumni Association and the people that nominated me enough for making this happen. I would not have expected to get it, and it was just such a wonderful surprise. And I feel so privileged to have been selected with the other people who have received this award in the past and with the people who are receiving it tonight. I want to congratulate everyone on being a recipient of this honor.